but in terms of the stats there, goals conceded, second, shots faced, fourth, opposition touches in the box, fourth, expected goals against, first. So we could talk about this free-flowing football, and we all want to see it. That's perfect. But you can win a tournament being defensive. Italy did it at the last tournament at times when they had to. If you look at Real Madrid this season, in times I thought they was outplayed in the Champions League. They got into a nice shape, and sometimes you just got to work with what you got. We know what Southgate is like as a manager. He's pragmatic. He wants to be defensive. He doesn't probably know yet how to get the best out of the attacking players, but something he does know is the defensive style, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. He's not going to change his philosophy now, is he?
Not at all. I think we saw it in the previous tournament as well. It's very, very, very similar. Euro 2020, very, very comparable stats in terms of defensively very, very strong and sound. Hard to play against, hard to beat. The stats very, very similar. And you can see it there. But the attack is where you want to look at as well. Very similar again. Not really offering loads, really way down the charts in terms of what we do in attack. So the biggest word probably to use for this type of graphics that we're seeing here is balance. There is a lack of balance between attack and defence, but I agree with what Micah just said there. We can win this tournament playing that way. We have individuals that can do that. I think where the discrepancy comes with from fans and they're unhappy, happiness comes on. They're saying we want to be excited. We see what these guys can do with their clubs. Why are they not replicating that with this team? And they're asking the questions of the manager and the players. And I understand that, but results are what you are defined by. And if they win this playing the way we've seen them in the first 3 games, who is going to be bothered about it?
Well, of course, that's the big word, isn't it? If England can go all the way and win it, then they'll all be heroes and everything.
Absolutely.
But if they don't playing this way, people will be questioning it because of the amount of talent that this young England side have.
Well, that is the frustrating thing at times, and I know that's what the fans want, because we're seeing great players who have played in the Premier League, who have played in Germany, who are playing in Spain, doing so well for their clubs, that you want England to play on the front foot. They want so much more from England. They want the energy. We've just seen a Swiss team that we've just said who pressed really well, who looked really fit, who had stacks of energy. Not only that, but they had quality on the ball. We know and we want that our England team to play that way because we've got so many very, very good players. At the minute, we haven't seen that.
The thing is, it is all about winning. That's all it is. The last Premier League that I won at Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson, that team was considered a poor team, or the poorest team that's won the Premier League. Do you think we care? Do you think any of us are bothered or talk about that when we meet up? No, it's what's in the cabinet that counts.
The rumour is that Kobbiemainoo will start taking place of Conor Gallagher. It sounds like that might be the only change. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me. Personally, I would love to see Anthony Gordon in there. I would love to see Cole Palmer in there as well. But it doesn't surprise me that Gareth is going to stick to what he has been doing. We've just seen the stats in terms of defensively and going forward. So you're absolutely right. I don't think Gareth is going to change. I don't think he'll make wholesale changes at all. I've told you the ones that I would make, and I think it would add extra pace and give us a better balance, particularly on that left-hand side.
I think Mainoo is a good one. I think on the ball, he offers something different. Very comfortable on the ball, also can drive when we've seen him play for Man United. The only thing I would say with Mainoo tactically, the game against, I think it was one of the friendlies, him and Rice got on the same line. You have to make sure tactically you do your defensive work because there's going to be times in the games where you're going to have to soak up pressure and just not switch off. We've seen it with the young boy tonight in Italy's team. He come in, Fagioli, for Jorginho. On the ball, terrific. But off the ball, in them moments, in the key moments, just don't switch off. But I think it's positive. I agree with Gordon as well in terms of getting us up the pitch, running in behind, playing a play in his natural position as well. And I'm excited.
I think it's also encouraging to hear Kelly say about that they looked better in training. There was more of a buzz, there was more energy, and certainly in their intensity. It was encouraging to hear her use those words. And let's hope that they take that what we saw in the first 30 minutes and what perhaps Kelly has seen in training, they can take that into the game tomorrow.
Yeah, encouraging too that Luke Shaw might be getting close to fitness. I mean, he's been out for a long time. But he might get some minutes, and who knows down the line.
That's